Hi everyone, I'm Dilsha from S4BA English, Amal College of Advanced Studies, Nilambur. In this video, I'm going to explain about the literary device paradox. Let's begin. Do you know what is paradox? It is a situation or statement that seems impossible or is difficult to understand because it contains two opposite facts or characteristics. The term is derived from the Greek word paradoxon, which means contrary to expectations, existing belief, or perceived opinion. Yes, I think you are all familiar with this term paradox. And what is paradox? Paradox is a figure of speech which, when heard or read, can seem to be completely self-contradictory. Do you know the language of paradox? And do you familiar with the famous American literary critic and professor Cleon Brooks? Let's have a look. The language of paradox is an essay written by an American literary critic and professor Cleon Brooks. He is best known for his contribution to new criticism in the mid-20th century. His best-known works, the well-wrought on Studies in the Structure of Poetry and Modern Poetry and Tradition. He argued for the centrality of ambiguity and paradox as a way of understanding poetry. With his writing, Brooks helped to formulate the formalist criticism, emphasizing the interior life of poem and codifying the principles of close reading. Cleon Brooks advocates the centrality of paradox as a way of understanding and interpreting poetry. In the language of paradox, Brooks established the crucial role of paradox by demonstrating the paradox is the language is appropriate and inevitable to poetry. It is not merely a literary device, so he states that the language of poetry is the language of paradox. In this essay, he has shown how the poet conveys his thought and ideas by using a literary device like paradox, without employing a direct statement in poetry. Now we learned paradox, the language of paradox and all. And there are many examples of paradoxes in our everyday language. Some of them are, he is nobody. Nobody goes to that bar, it's too busy. It's the beginning of an end. He is a wise fool, etc. Likewise, there are many interesting paradoxes in literature too. Let's have a look. In the famous novel Animal Farm written by George Orwell, we can see an example of paradox in the line, the animals were equal, but some were more equal than others. The other one, in the play Hamlet written by William Shakespeare, there is an example in an exclamation from the title character which contains paradox. He says, I have to be cruel in order to be kind. And in the song Shut the Door by Fugazi, we can see an example of paradox in the line, I shut my eyes so that I can see. And I'm hoping it's a useful session. Thank you all.